Welcome back to Board Games Christians Can Play, where I introduce you to wholesome, fun, good games. Today's feature is Azul. I have Azul Mini, which is the travel version of the main Azul, but it plays the same. You are drafting tiles onto your board, and I mean literally. The theme of this game is so fun. These tiles originated in Spain, and when a Portuguese king traveled to Spain and saw these azulejos tiles, they're originally white and blue tiles, he wanted some for his palace. So we are drafting tiles to build a beautiful palace wall for this Portuguese king. It depends on how many players you have as to how many tiles you can draft, but the factory for a 2-player holds 5 piles of tiles, and you draft one of those tiles and you put them on your board. You have to draft the same color on the left-hand side, and then at the end of the round, when all the tiles have been drafted, then you move them over onto your player board. Each player board has the same pattern, and so you want to fill the tiles onto the board. Whoever first reaches a complete horizontal row, that ends the game. Now, you don't necessarily win when you trigger the end of the game, but that's when everybody adds up their points, and the person with the most points wins. There's a starting marker in the middle of the board that you can take, that you draft with your tiles whenever you draw from the middle factory section, and that is -1 point, but it also lets you start the next round, which is an advantage because you can choose the best tiles out there. So there is some good strategy on whether you want to take that beginning tile or not. Whenever it's your turn, you have to take tiles until all the tiles have been taken by all players. So you may get stuck with tiles that you can't place on your board. Then you have to put them in the bottom row where they become minus points. And it can really add up. So you really have to see what the other players are needing and what you need and what tiles to get when. Otherwise, you will end up with a lot of minus points. So you just cry a little and then you move on. There are 2 sides to the player board. One is the basic easy side, which tells you what tiles need to go where. And then the flip side is blank. It's a blank canvas and you can make up your own pattern. The only rule is that you cannot have the same tiles in the same row or column. That's the strategy. That's what you have to figure out. I myself prefer the blank canvas. It's really fun and it stretches your brain even more. It's quite a colorful game, and its theme reminds me of when Solomon was building God's temple and his palace, and how everything was just so. Everything was hewn perfectly and everything was overlaid with gold, and it was just gorgeous, just like this game is gorgeous. And so for that reason, I give this game a 2-fish rating. Now, there's no better way to teach you how to play a game than to play it through. So if you would like to see my friend and I play through Azul, then click here. And thank you for watching. God bless you, and I will see you in the next video.